Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Ashley and I am the Director of Marketing for Seek. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about buyer personas. So what exactly is a buyer persona? Buyer persona is a fictional being made up to represent your ideal customer. This persona is who you're going to be marketing towards. It's what your entire branding and wording and messaging is going to be benefiting. 71% of companies that exceed revenue goals have buyer personas. And 90% of companies that have a buyer persona say that they are able to communicate to their buyers better because of it. So now that we know the importance of buyer personas, how do we go about actually getting them and building them and making sure that they're right? One of the first and most accurate ways to really nail down your buyer persona is to check Google Analytics. Google Analytics is a really great source when it comes to figuring out who is coming to your website. You're going to find out the demographic. You're going to find out whether it's more male, female, their age, where they're located, whether or not they're on their phone or their computer. It's really going to help you nail down who it is that you're actually speaking to. So if you have Google Analytics set up, which you definitely should, make sure to check that out because it's a really great resource for more than just analytics on how many people are coming to your website and what pages they're visiting. Looking at those demographics can make sure that you're marketing to the right persona. Another really great place to check demographics is social media. Seeing who's interacting with your post, who's commenting, who's liking your posts, as well as looking into the analytics. The analytics are going to show you a lot of information too, just like Google Analytics. They're going to show you the ages, male, female, all of those things that are really going to help you nail down who it is that you're speaking to more often. Comparing the two, analytics is also very helpful to make sure that you're talking to the right person no matter what. If your business is new and you don't have the analytics to go off of, one really great way to figure out who to market to and who to build your messaging around is to interview people. I would interview at least 5 to 10, but even more is better. And to kind of ask questions, you know, what do you do? What are your daily activities? If you don't know who to even ask to interview, think of a brand that you love. Think of a brand that you would like to build your brand around. Is there a brand out there that's marketing to the same type of people that you would like to market to? Maybe take advantage of all of the information that they have. Hop on their Instagram page and see, you know, who's liking their posts, who's commenting on their posts. Look at their Facebook, their social media. Look at their website. What does their messaging look like? Take advantage of all of the information out there to really nail down what buyers you would like to attract when it comes to selling your products. Another really good social media tip is on Instagram. If you actually, so say that I want to build a buyer persona that's very similar to Urban Outfitters, for instance. If you go to Instagram and you search Urban Outfitters or whatever it is that, or whatever brand it is that you think is going to be a bit similar to your brand, you can actually scroll down. If you click this little arrow next to follow and scroll down, you can see other brands that people who like Urban Outfitters also like. So I see here that PacSun, Free People, American Eagle, Topshop are all other really great brands to kind of look at and see what type of people are interacting with these brands on social media. It's going to be a really great way to give you a good start, and then you can kind of assess once you have more analytics to go off of. So now that we've talked about how to formulate a buyer persona, let's look at one I put together to kind of give you an idea on what one looks like. All right, so let's jump on in and take a look at the persona I have here. So here I have her name. The name of our buyer persona is Sarah Jones. Now, you don't have to have a name, but sometimes it's really great to even have a name and picture to just make that person more real in your mind, so you can make sure that when you're writing your marketing emails or your content on your website, that you're really speaking to this person. So I've found a picture of someone that I imagine this persona would look like and a name. I just thought of Sarah Jones, pretty common name, but a very popular name for this age as well. So the demographic of Sarah, she is 35 years old, married. She has 2 kids, lives in the US. Her income is approximately $46,000 a year. As far as education goes, she has a bachelor's and she works currently as a graphic design teacher. So what are Sarah's values? What I put for Sarah's values is she likes to spend time with her family. She's really into self-care. She values reliability and honesty, and she really values the environment. These are things that are pretty common for someone in Sarah's age group. So it was pretty easy to come up with these. Now, what are Sarah's pain points and fears? Now, you may be thinking, when it comes to marketing, do we really want to focus on pain points and fears? And my answer for that is 100% yes. We need to tap into those emotional reasons that people are buying. And those are pain points. And those are things that, we need to solve. Our product needs to solve these certain pain points for people, because sometimes just talking about the features and things just aren't enough. So what are some of Sarah's pain points and fears? Sarah fears feeling unattractive. So she tends to feel unattractive. She has a fear of becoming overwhelmed with work and teaching and children and being a wife. And she also has a fear of getting older. All right, her goals. What are Sarah's goals? She wants to find more time for self-care. She wants to stop feeling guilty for missing the life she had before kids. She wants to feel attractive in her own skin, and she wants to live more ethically. So her goals are really aligned well with her values. What influences Sarah? Friends and family, that's a huge influencer. Another thing is blogs, mom groups, Instagram and Facebook, and magazines. So these are the things that Sarah leans towards when it comes to making buying decisions that other than the actual websites she's looking at. Some of the objections she may have are self-care is selfish. Maybe she feels that she shouldn't be worrying about herself. That's something that a lot of moms have a hard time with, or parents in general. So this is something that Sarah really struggles with, and it could be an objection that she has in her mind that'll keep her from buying. She doesn't want to waste money. She wants to make sure that she's making educated buying decisions. She doesn't have time. That's another objection. So when it comes to shopping, she spends her time equally between a desktop and a phone. As a graphic design teacher, she probably spends a lot of time on her desktop. So that's something that we need to keep in mind when it comes to marketing to this particular person. Other brands Sarah likes: Drunk Elephant, Sunday Riley, Supergoop, and Vogue. All right, so now we have our buyer persona. We're going to actually look at a website I found, and we're going to see if this particular product speaks well and markets well to Sarah. The other day I was looking for a razor and I stumbled across this website, and I actually built the persona of Sarah around what I saw on this website, which probably happens to be a lot like me. So we're gonna look at this and we're gonna see how this particular company, which is called Flamingo, markets towards a buyer persona like Sarah. So let's hop on in. So immediately on the homepage, I see that it has some fun colors. So this hints to me that it's for someone who is still pretty young, new kind of body care, award-winning products priced for all. So having award-winning on there really taps into Sarah's need to not waste money. When she sees, hey, award-winning, that means that obviously this company has done good enough to win awards and that people like it enough to continue to shop there. All right, as we scroll down, we see we make feel-good body care products for daily routines and self-care rituals. So self-care right there. Our mission, let's look at that. We know that overlooked edges of our bodies can become the cornerstones of our experience. We design products for the parts of our routines that don't get a lot of prime time attention. So this really, to me, speaks to Sarah because it's talking about, you know, our routines. We don't give a lot of attention to our bodies, and that's exactly aligned with Sarah's persona. Some other really great stuff. We listen, react, and innovate based on years of experience. Once again, it is tapping into that need to not waste money. We set aside 1% of sales to support nonprofit organizations working to ensure women build healthy, positive relationships with themselves. So this is really great, talking about there shouldn't be a stigma around talking about our bodies and things like that. And so this is something that I feel really, really targets the women of Sarah's age group. Let's head on back to that homepage. Once again, more fun colors, really great pictures. Look good, feel good, do good. We set aside 1% of sales. We looked at that. Award-winning products again, so really tapping into, hey, you know, we know what we're doing. Let's look at one of these products. Quality guarantee, cruelty-free, really great. This definitely markets well to Sarah. Another really great thing besides putting, you know, the award-winning on there is that they have all of the companies that they've been featured on. So really, really great. I think one of Sarah's magazines that she reads was Vogue. So this was really great. If I read Vogue, I trust Vogue. It's one of the things that I look to when it comes to making purchases, and I see that this company's been featured there. It's going to make me feel more likely to purchase, even if someone I know may not have any experience with this particular product. So overall, I think that this particular brand markets really well towards the buyer persona that I put together. If I were a man in my late 50s, obviously this isn't something I would go with. So that's really the importance of buyer personas. I'm more likely to buy something that's marketed directly towards me than something that's marketed towards everybody as well. If you're a swimmer and you're looking for, like, a professional swimmer and you're looking for a swimsuit, and you find a company that makes swimsuits tailored specifically for professional swimmers, you're more likely to buy that swimsuit rather than just getting something at Target. So when it comes to starting and building a brand, it's really important to focus on those buyer personas and make sure that you're really tailoring all of your messaging and marketing towards them. So I hope this video has given you some tips on where to get started. Like I said before, make sure that you're constantly looking at your buyer persona and updating them to make sure that they are completely accurate during that time. Once every 6 months should be plenty, but if you want to do it more, by all means, go right ahead. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll make sure to answer them for you. Thanks guys, have a great day.